according to Charlton Hwende, in a post that he has actually posted on his X account, formerly Twitter, he seems to be against the idea of Nelson Chamisa forming a new political party, and he seems to be on the defensive mode and giving an impression that he was correct to remain in parliament that is under the leadership of Sengezo Chabangu as a Citizens Coalition for Change MP that became an MP through the ticket of Nelson Chamisa. He had actually promised to give especially various media platforms an opportunity to interview him, and there was a scheduled X space that did not happen because the man did not pitch up. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So now, let me read her post before I actually talk. He says, let's assume that all those in parliament sold out. Ko imimi muripanze, what have you done since August 2023 to fight for the people? If elections were stolen, makaite, if elections were stolen. So we need to analyze the statement, if elections were stolen. So the use of if shows that he does not believe that elections were stolen. Magaite and or muriwite nazo, what are you doing with it? What did you do about it? And is your solution to better the lives of Zimbabweans forming another political party? So we've heard that there is only one person a political party in Zimbabwe, and we've heard he hasn't announced that, but through the terraces that Nelson Chamisa is looking forward to form a political party. Let me also read a statement from Joanna Mamombe. You remember that MP was abused by ZANU-PF, but these days she's also attending ZANU-PF activities. She says, by 2028, it will be 10 years of service. Not bad for someone you say you will never win again, huh? Grace has carried me this far, and the story isn't over yet. It certainly won't end in Parliament. We move. So you see these people that remained under the leadership of Sengezo Chabangu. How does Joanna Mamombe moves forward? And also, why is Chalton Hwende concerned that Nelson Chamisa is forming another political party? Isn't it the democratic right of Nelson Chamisa to do so? But before I interact with whatever he has raised, again, I love to read what those who respond say. Let's read the first comment. A response to the X post by Chalton Hwende. I find this very condescending and disrespectful. You were voted to speak and represent for the people in Parliament. What tangible solutions have you achieved to improve the lives of those you claim to represent? And then he said, Anditi Muriguti ma MPs ese akatengesa by remaining in Parliament. So imimi ma voters neba tungamiri basiri mu Parliament. You hear that? He's directing it to Nelson Chamisa and others who are not in Parliament. Muriguitei ku mirira banu. Just name one thing, chete. You see? And then someone responded and say, what we did was voting for you afterwards, selling Zotozune Mazera. What did you do just after elections? where a union or party is formed for unity of purpose, you can't ask a single person what did you do, yet they risked voted you and becoming agents. So Abba, you are waiting to vote again. You see the reasoning, it's still Charlton Hwende interacting with these people. Pa wakaita MP vamwe vaita ma-councillor, some ma-agents. You can't be an MP woita councillor woita agent. I'm talking about division of labor mobilization inotangira ikoko kuti makabirwa ma-election kuna councillor to the masses, haitangire ku presidential candidate here. You see, he was taking an aim at Nelson Chamisa, this man. I mean, it's people who are actually talking with him, but he always take it to Nelson Chamisa. Having to form a political party appears to have a problem with him forming a political party. Someone says, Munenge maibatira pa Dumbu ST, we have registered to vote. Imi vanenge bavoterwa. Ibasa renyu kuita zvakaita tikuvoterei. If you win, because Magati Zanu PF yakashanda, allow voters to ask you kuti how far kana maku uirana nezanu. We are just responding to your campaign message. Because kuti budai mu parliament magazi wana kupi. This man went on, no action yabo is better than fiction yamukuita mu parliament. He says, shame. We've drilled balls in our communities, installed taps. I mean, the man had really had a lot of responses to say. So from what Charlton Hwende posted, he posted like someone who does not care about the previous elections of 2023. He says those elections, I mean, if you are to read his statement, he's saying they were not, according to him, the elections were not rigged, they were free, fair, and credible. And according to him, the situation should just stay the same. He is people forming political party. He is questioning their motive on what exactly they will do. So to him, a political party should never be formed. Maybe the status quo should remain as it is. According to him, he speaks like someone who has been defeated mentally, and he sees ZANU-PF as a political party that cannot be fought by anyone and be won from the statements that he is saying. And he appears to be a bitter man, especially against Nelson Chamisa. Even though being responded to by supporters of Chamisa, he keeps on dragging the name of Nelson Chamisa, something that tells you that he has not healed. And he is trying by all means to Nelson Chamisa to form a political, but there is a probability he may actually be campaigning against the people, not following the new party that would be formed by Nelson Chamisa. And he questions the continuation of formation of political parties as to whether that will actually help the people of Zimbabwe. I think they have to until a solution is found. It doesn't stop when another political party is hijacked. Then someone has a right to form another one to fight against ZANU-PF until ZANU-PF is decisively dealt with and actually defeated. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black